Hello and welcome back to PTE Tutorials. For this video presentation, we'll be going over the multiple choice questions. The content of our lecture today is going to be multiple choice questions, single option question type specifically. We'll be going over the question instructions, we'll be going over a step-by-step strategy, and we'll also do a simple question sample. So what exactly is the multiple choice question single option? Well, like I've been saying before, multiple choice question single option means that there is going to be only one correct answer from a list of possible answers. What this question type goes over and tests for is the ability to comprehend and evaluate short passages, usually on an academic topic. Correct or incorrect scoring is adopted usually for this question type. If the response is correct, you will receive a complete grade. If you provide the incorrect response, you will not get any grade. For single option questions, you will only have radio buttons, which means the program will only take one answer. So even if you miss whether or not it's a single option or multiple option, it will become very clear that you are only able to provide one option. Now for the question instructions, essentially, this is it. Read the text and answer the multiple choice question by selecting the correct response. Only one response is correct. Now here's a detailed step-by-step strategy in order to solve these questions. You will need to read and identify the key words from the question. Essentially what this means is look at the question and identify what they're looking for and figure out which words are the words that you're looking for in the passage. Now go through the passage. Look for those key words. See if there are any synonyms, anything that relates to those keywords. Keep an eye out for what the main idea and supporting ideas are. These may help you determine whether or not a key word is going to be in a particular area. Make sure that you don't forget what exactly you're looking for. Keep the question in mind. If you encounter any words that you don't know or are unsure of, look at the context. Look at the words around it. You may not be able to come up with a precise definition, but you can at least get the idea of what a word is supposed to mean. Then, after you've gone through the problem and you know what you are looking for, go back to the question, refresh yourself what you need to answer, and then answer. If you aren't sure and you don't have much of an idea on which is the correct answer, make a guess. There will be no negative credit for this question type. Effectively, you have everything to gain from guessing and nothing to lose. Now let's go over an example. So this is the question. How many people are likely to be living under severe water stress by 2050? 4.1 billion people? 10 billion people? Everyone on Earth? Or the text does not mention any? Now let's go back to the question and see. Controlling water consumption is one of the mainstays of environmental protection agencies in industrial countries and one of the key challenges for developing countries. Now we're looking specifically for numbers. So obviously this relates back to our question. It's looking for water issues. However, let's use our abilities at scanning to determine where in the question statement is any numbers. So we're going through, we're looking for severe water stress, and we're also looking for a particular number, or everyone on Earth. Okay, so here we get population is projected to reach almost 10 billion. That's a number, but that's not related to severe water stress. By 2030, the number of people living under water scarcity is expected to rise to 4.1 billion. Now that's a number we remember from the answers. Now let's go back to the questions and see. How many people are likely to be living under severe water stress by 2050? Now we remember seeing 4.1 billion people, but going back, we also remember that this is by 2050. This is by 2030, the 4.1 billion people. So that's not the correct answer. Now we also remember seeing 10 billion people, but that's about what the world population is going to be. So that's not right. Unfortunately, what we seem to be running into here is that there is no information given. You have to remember that every word in a multiple choice question is severely important. So the question is asking, how many people are likely to be living under severe water stress by 2050? If none of these answers are found within the text fulfilling all of these requirements, then that means that the text doesn't mention any. The wording is extremely important. Don't overthink it. If the words are not in your answer that don't fit exactly what the question is asking, then it is not going to be the right answer. The authors of the exam are going to be trying to confuse you. As you can see here, they included 10 billion people. No, that's the population by 2050. So part of it was correct, but also it didn't include the severe water stress. Now they also included 4.1 billion people, which we saw. They're trying to trick you into thinking 4.1 billion people will be living under water scarcity, which is not severe water stress. And then it is also by 2030, which is not the correct one. Last, if there are any diagrams given in the question, there weren't any here, one should concentrate on them as well because it is easy to finalize your answer based on a diagram. It can provide information or organization that may not be provided in the text. Well, that's all I have for you in this presentation. We hope to see you again in our next PTE tutorials video. Thank you for choosing us, and we'll see you again next time.